in heaven and things on earth, visible and invisible. Who are the thrones or powers or rulers or authorities?
Yeah, this is speaking of the new creation.
So the thrones and the powers and the rulers, those are not the angels?
This is speaking of the new created order.
So,
okay, because when you go, wait, hold on, wait one second.
Go ahead.
When you go to verse, if you go from verse 12 down to 15, okay, or you go down to 14 before it introduces the Son as the image of the invisible God. It says, and he has taken us from the dominion of darkness and has qualified to share in the inheritance of the kingdom of light, or the inheritance of light, or whatever, in the kingdom of the Son he loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. Okay, so this kingdom that Jesus is now we're going to be taking inheritance of is already setting up the context of new creation.
So who are thrones or powers or rulers or authorities?
It's not a who, they're things, they're seats of authority. That would be that
powers, rulers.
Yeah, that's designated through Christ. Yeah.
So who are the rulers?
No, this is just talking about seats of authority.
Bro, these are the classifications of angels, bro. Angels are called dominions. They're called principalities. They're called powers. Here, let me show you another verse. Let me show you another verse that talks about this, because he created, because remember, he qualified things in heaven. So he said that these powers, authorities. So let me show you a verse.
But hold on, Afro. I'm not denying those verses. What I'm saying is that there is you believe there's a new heaven and a new earth, correct?
Of course.
Okay, so that's the heaven and earth that we're talking about. Because when Jesus says, he says, I'm going to go and prepare a place for you. He says, my kingdom is not of this world. So this is not speaking of this. How can it say, how can Jesus say all things were made for him and then simultaneously say my kingdom is not of this world? That
right here, right here, this verse. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. So who are the powers? Who are the rulers?
So was the kingdom of, hold on, so was the dominion of darkness then, was all creation made for Jesus? All things were created through him and
first, let's get what the definition of powers in that verse is. Who are the powers and who are the rulers?
Powers. It's not, powers is not a person.
These are angels, gang.
Okay, maybe the rulers, you can make that case.
Hey, yo!
Yo, Afro, you're killing me, bro.
Listen, not only does it say powers, it says rulers. So why rulers?
Supernatural powers and the principalities. But hold on, you're taking a verse, like you're ripping something else out about something else. I'm talking about Colossians. In Colossians, right, is all creation made for Jesus, Afro? Okay,
right, so now I need the definition of who powers and rulers.
Whatever you want it to be, it doesn't change.
And principalities are.
Well, whatever
or they not angels? You say they're things.
Whatever you want it to be. So
it's not whatever I want it to be. It's what the scripture says it is.
Whatever. Okay, then it's so. So then is the new creation, right? So hold on, no.
We gotta get on this first. Hello. Who are the powers? Who are the rulers? Who are the principalities? Who are the dominions?
Okay.
And also tell me
in Colossians, that's not what it's speaking about. Now, listen to what I'm saying. So in Colossians, okay, is all things made through Jesus and for Jesus? Yes. Is all creation made for Jesus?
I know, but Halal, listen, we can go that conversation. I'm literally just first. Right? I haven't even made my point, Halal.
Okay, just make your point then. Just go for it.
So you have to tell me. Right now, you have only qualified the rulers. Before that, when I brought up Colossians, you said that they're just things in the new creation, and now you just qualify.
Seat of authority, seat
and
of
now,
power.
no. These are classifications of angels.
Okay, like the powers would be filled by a position of someone, right?
No, powers and dominions and rulers. Those are different classes of angels.
That would still be someone that is going to be in that seat of authority, correct?
No, like...
Yes. Like, I wasn't wrong. You're not wrong and I'm not wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're saying I'm wrong and I'm not wrong. Okay, now, Now, is all
Your
creation
honors.
made for?
Oh, hello.
Jesus?
Let me give you another verse about
No.
you.
Wait,
You
hold
don't
on,
understand what powers and
Afro,
dominions are. Let me give you another verse. I haven't made my point.
Afro. Is all creation made for Jesus?
Hold up.
Oh my goodness, bro, this isn't fair, dude.
How
Like,
is it
come
not
on.
fair? You're not even
You just
granting
took
me
me. You took me to like 4 verses.
because
You took me to John
I'm
1.
trying
You
to
took me to
prove.
Corinthians. You took me to Colossians. It's only fair that I get to ask you
I
one
know, but
question. Come on,
sister,
man.
you're saying that verse is talking about the new creation, right? I'm saying
Okay, allow
it is talking about the old creation. And then when it came to powers and principalities and dominion, you said that's in the new creation and there are things when we both know that there are
It didn't say
actually angels.
principalities, bro. To be fair, it didn't say principalities.
Okay, but you
So
only qualify the rulers. You need to qualify all of them. Dominions and powers. They have to be angels.
Okay, so oh my goodness. So in the kingdom of Jesus, is that going to be the kingdom of light?
Hold on, let me give you
Are you going to have the dark
this is
principalities in the kingdom of light?
let me give you this verse.
Like it cooks you.
No,
How are
you
just
haven't
gonna say
cooked
that we have
nothing.
Are you gonna say that
You-
we have dark powers in the kingdom of Christ?
No, it's saying that in that
Okay,
context,
but I thought
in
all
that
creation is
context,
made for Jesus, though.
no, all powers will bow down. Even demons will bow down.
No,
And come.
that's not what. That's not.
So,
That's not
but
what. That's not
when I was
what.
showing
That's
you
not the point you
Colossians,
made.
when I show you
That's not the point
Colossians,
you made.
when I show you Colossians, it was only for me to show you that dominions, powers, and rulers are angels. That even they were made through Jesus Christ.
Okay. So remember,
You only
in
gave me
verse
rulers. I need you to give me the rest.
Hold on, let me just pull up Colossians 1:14. Like, I'm tired of you all pulling it off. I'm just gonna pull it up myself.
About to say, she done took off her gloves. Now it's go time.
Like, I've literally been asking for the same. Can you pull up Colossians 1? Like,
Hold up, bro. You have not listen. You only qualified me. You only gave me rulers. I need you to give me dominions too,
No,
bro.
I'm showing you. Okay,
You need to give me dominions.
These are seats of authority and power. Okay. Now,
They're
if you're
angels.
going to say that's also going to be us, are we not going to get a throne?
Right here.
Are the 24 elders up there? They don't have a throne.
Right here.
Like, hello, like, please.
Right here.
Okay.
Right here. Far above all rule. Here,
Yeah, but
let me give
you're
context.
going to some other verse
21.
in some different context,
21.
and then you're trying to glue
No,
it
it's
to
still talking
Colossians.
about the
Like,
same
that's not how you
thing.
exit.
It's still
No,
talking
it's
about the same
not.
thing. No,
So
it's
in
still talking.
Colossians,
It's still talking
listen,
about
Colossians-
dominions. It's still talking about powers.
Okay,
So I'm
was
just
the
trying to
dark
show you that they're
principalities-
angels.
Was the dark principalities made for Jesus?
I didn't know that before
No,
they
but
fell, there were angels of light, and he created them as angels of light.
But didn't you just say these are the demons that fell?
Yes, but like even
So we're
again,
wrestling against demons that fell, right?
yeah, that's who we're wrestling. But they're called
16.
dominions. They're called powers.
But
Angels in general are called that.
Oh my goodness. You are the one that tried to glue that verse to Colossians. Okay.
No. I just wanted to show you that it's talking about angels, whether they're fallen or not.
Okay,
Was Lucifer
so
made for Jesus?
Was the
So
fallen
right here.
was the fallen
Right here.
kingdom oh my goodness. Is Jesus' kingdom the kingdom of light or the kingdom of darkness?
It is. I'm not saying. I'm literally just trying to show you that these are angels.
You have to engage with what I'm saying, dude. It don't matter if it's angels or not.
Yes, it does. You said they're only things.
It's angels, no problem.
Hold up, right here.
I'm testing your.
Hold up.
No, do you know what it means when I'm saying for the sake of the argument? I'm granting your interpretation.
Hold up. I'll read this and then we can go. Okay. And his incomparably great power for us who believe. That power is the same as the mighty strength he exerted when he raised Christ from the dead and seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realms, far above all rule and authority, power and dominion, and every name that is invoked, not only in the present age, but also in the one to come.
Precisely my point.
So those powers, listen, those powers, dominions, and authorities are the angels in the kingdom of light. That he is above. But he says, listen. He says not only in the present. Remember, he says not only in the present age. Listen.
So it had a beginning and it has no end.
Right here.
How was he given this dominion?
Right here. Not only in the present
when he
age.
raised him from the dead?
Listen.
So it's the new creation.
It's not. It's not. This is not the new creation.
Thank you for proving my point.
This is not the new creation. The powers. No. Right here. He said he was put. He was glorified. He said he was glorified far above all rule and authority.
When?
He's right here in the present. In the not only.
20. When does that happen?
Listen, not only in the present, which is the present,
in the future. So
but also, it doesn't say. It says but also. So it's the present and the future.
Okay, but not the past. Your point was to say it's the past.
Yeah, because when Jesus was unalive, was he not unalive and glorified in the past?
So thank you.
Is first century Judaism not in the past?
You're saying that no, you just cooked yourself.
Is the first century not in the past?
That is not. So now here's the point. Is
the first century not in the past?
Oh my goodness.
When was he glorified? In the present. Was it not in first century?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
So he was glorified in the present of first century.
You're the one that went to Colossians 1
and he was
Genesis, but the verse is literally telling you a cross-reference of it, telling you in Ephesians, which is, by the way, what I like to go to, right? It's saying that it's when he received this dominion and authority and all of this, Jesus is the firstborn of this new created order, and then it's through whom? Through Christ, that now we can now be inheritors of this, according to verse 14. So in verse 14, when it says, and he has qualified us to share in the inheritance, and has taken us from the dominion of darkness into the kingdom of the Son that he loves, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. It's already setting up new creation there.
So when was he exalted?
Otherwise, you're going to.
You're saying that he was only exalted in the new creation to come, but he said it's in the present age.
Jesus is exalted, and when he's exalted, he becomes the firstborn of the new creation.
When was he exalted?
When he died and was resurrected.
Which is in the past, first century Judaism.
But not Genesis.
Hold up. So, but okay. So no. Remember, we haven't gotten to the main point. What you said, that the rule, and this is the same, literally, this is the same authority, power, and dominion. These are the same titles that we read in the main verse. So when was he exalted above them? Is it in the present or in the past first century?
He was in the first century.
Okay, so then
AD.
Okay, so then they're not like powers that you say in the new. They have to be angels.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're not angels.
Okay, let me spell it out. Let me spell it out.
Oh, they're not angels. Since they were, he exalted them. Not only did he exalt them. Hold up. Not only did he exalt them above the demons, he said in the present age. He says in the heavenly realm.
Actually proving my point.
Listen, right here in the heavenly realm, he says.
Okay, so where's that saying Genesis?
Right, listen, right here.
Where does it say Genesis?
This exaltation is in the heavenly realm, right here. Seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realm. When
does that happen? When does that happen?
It's in first century, in the past.
Okay, so where in
the present. Hold up.
But then you say
no. You already gave me rulers. You have to give me dominion and powers too.
I'm giving you all of it. I'm giving you all of it. Is it in the new creation?
No. I need a concession, not a granting.
No.
This is scripture.
You are the one that's.
I need a concession.
Okay.
It says he's exalted in the present age.
Let me speak.
Hold up.
Let me speak.
I got you. You know, sister. You know I got you. You know I got you.
Okay.
But listen, sister. This is foolproof. Come on, it's only passion. It's only passion. But right here, sister, it says seated him at his right hand in the heavenly realms, and he seated him in the present age of first century Judaism.
No problem.
So these.
How does that prove Genesis?
So these powers.
How does this prove Genesis?
We'll get to the main topic, but you have to give me this concession.
No, that's not a concession.
This is common sense.
At his resurrection,
this is common sense.
The firstborn of the new creation is exalted.
This is common sense,
man. And the new order and the new heaven and the new earth. and all the principalities, authorities pertaining to the new creation come through Jesus, because Jesus is the firstborn of the new creation. That is what I believe.
This is not what the scripture is saying.
No, all things. You're the one that's saying all things is no all things exhaustively from the time of Genesis, but then you're showing me a verse that literally proves my point.
No, it is right now. I am on the I'm on the identity on who authority, power, and dominion is. Right now, I'm on the identity of who authority, power, and dominion is.
No, that's not what we're talking about. You went to this verse.
Listen.
Angels. You went to this verse and then you literally went to a cross reference
because
my position.
Listen,
that is the new creation. So
that's not the new creation. This verse is not talking about the new creation.
Afro. Is Jesus' kingdom the kingdom of light? Yes or no?
Of course, it's the kingdom of light.
Okay, so would the kingdom of light have the dominion of darkness in it?
It's not the dominion of darkness. That's not what this verse is talking about. Authority, even demons,
principalities, and we wrestle not against.
Yes, which is demons.
Okay,
which is demons.
So does it include that?
What you mean?
Okay,
right here, they're not in the heavenly realm. But he's still over them.
I wanted you to answer the question.
Listen.
You guys read.
Listen, just because demons. Listen, just because angels.
You let me get a sentence.
Hold up. So listen, sister, you're conflating two things. When angels, who were still principalities, who were powers, who were authority and dominion, when they fell, they didn't lose their power. They simply lost their light, not their power. They still use the power that God gave them to advance darkness.
Okay, no problem. So Colossians 1:14. Okay, actually no. Let's start with verse 16 or 17. Is all creation? Because you say all things is all things
in heaven and earth.
Okay, no problem. And you're saying all things is referring to from the time of Genesis until now and the future to come, correct?
I'm talking about the creation of the world.
This is the point of contention that we're having, okay?
No. Okay. First, we have to get this identity down, bro.
No, we're talking
because you're saying.
Okay,
do you believe
something else that I'm not arguing?
Hello. Do you believe that angels of light, or they subject?
Why did you take me to this verse?
I just told you to show you the identity of the main verse that we're debating on. That the dominion and the powers, being that they're part of the creative order, that he created the angels also, and that they are subject to him, and that the Father in glorifying the Son exalted him above the angels.
We agree with all of that. So that means that Jesus, okay, the dominions and the principalities and the kingdoms and all that stuff that's established through Christ, that Christ is before, is the new created order.
No, gang, even the old order,
You just went to a verse that says God exalted him and gave him dominion.
Over who? In the present age.
And the time to come.
Yes, but also it says, and also. Listen.
And the time to come, so present plus future. So
yes. Okay. So, but where you denying? Where you denying? Where you denying is that the powers and the authorities are the present angels, and you're denying. Hold up, and then you're denying, and you're denying the identity, and you're denying that the identity is not angels, but they are actual just. You're just saying that they're just thrones. They're going to inherit thrones and powers. No, these are angels.
Afro. Does the people that are also going to get a throne and will have dominion and a kingdom, is that also going to be like the believers?
Yes, but they're not angels.
Okay, so
but in this context,
it's only the angels. It's not only the angels.
Where does he say that he said that we're going to have. But in this verse, it doesn't say that they have. He says that that's who they are. They are dominions. They are powers. They are authorities. That is identity.
In this verse, okay, it's speaking about seats of authority and people that have dominion and the seats of authority and the seats of power. You want to say that those seats are filled by angels? I'm not even saying no.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's not exclusive to angels. That's not even the freaking point.
Hold up.
No, please allow me to
go ahead.
Please. You went to 1 Corinthians 8:6 because you said that all things through Jesus, and then you went to John, because you have to remember how we got here. So I want to just retrack our steps. You went to 1 Corinthians 8:6, then you went to Genesis, then you went to John 1 to try and make the connection that Jesus is the word, that all things came through, therefore Jesus is a person, yada, 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 yada. Okay, I disagreed with that. Why? Because I said the word is God's spoken word in Genesis. God said, let there be light. God said, let the firmament, ta, 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 ta. Right. So we disagree on that. Now, you then went back to Colossians and you said all things, it came through Jesus. I said, yeah, when we see verses like all things, Christ, some ex-creation comes through Jesus, we understand this to be the new creation. I asked you, I said, do you believe that there is a new heaven and earth that's going to come? You said, yes, I do. Cool, we agree. Now, when you went to Colossians 1 to try and further substantiate your interpretation of 1 Corinthians 8:6, okay, Colossians 1, like I said, in verse 14, 12 through 14, is already setting up new creation language. It's talking about us being a partaker of an inheritance. We're not going to be inheriting this shitty world. We're going to be inheriting the new kingdom. Okay, he has taken us from the dominion of darkness, according to verse 13 or 14, and has taken us and has granted us to share in the inheritance of the kingdom of light, the kingdom of his son, in whom we have redemption, the forgiveness of sins. So the verse is already telling you that Jesus's kingdom is the kingdom of light. Okay, so the dominion and the authorities and the yada yada yada, this is going to be seats of authority and power that could be filled by angels, yes, but it can also be filled by believers, yes. So the language of 1 Corinthians 8:6, when you pair it with Colossians 1, okay, it's not speaking of Genesis, because the creation that comes through Christ is the new created order, okay, because it's already setting it up to mean that way. Then the verse that you went to in Ephesians literally proved my point, that Jesus gets this dominion at a certain point in time, i.e. in 33 AD, and that this dominion is everlasting and has no end, i.e. to, until, it has no end, that's what it says. So that's what it's speaking about. So it's not speaking,
Nah.
it's something that is given at a particular point in time. The authority that Jesus is given over angels is given in Hebrews 1:6. When God brings his firstborn into the world, he says, let all God's angels worship him. He gets this at his exaltation. He didn't have this prior. And the believers will also be partakers of this according to Daniel 7:14. So this is nothing in this is speaking of Genesis. The context doesn't allow for that. Your interpretation only works if you rip out verses 15 through 17 out of context. Your interpretation doesn't work, and if you actually take it contextually, you just tried that with Ephesians, and it just refuted you.
Nah, it didn't refute nothing. It refute nothing. So, let me know when you're done. Let me know when you're done. We're still on the identity. Listen, before we go on the main topic, you're going to have to concede that powers, dominions, because also authorities is the other word, and powers is the other word for principality, right? You have to concede, Halal, that powers, when the scripture refers to powers, not giving you authority, not giving you powers, but when the verse says that these beings, these entities are called powers, dominions, and principality, is referring to angels of light or angels of darkness. And then we can go on the main topic, gang.
Oh my goodness.
So let's go back.
The problem that you have is that you say all things, like all things exhaustively. So that would be demons, that would be angels, that would be like everything that's good and bad and everything in between. You're saying that's Jesus, or it all came through Jesus. The problem
all
is,
of it, all the angels,
prior,
not demons, only the
kingdom
angels.
Of light. So are the demons gonna be having seats of power in the kingdom of light?
It doesn't. Listen, it says exalted over powers, over authorities, angels over authorities.
Are those seats?
They're not seats. They're angels.
Are those seats of power?
In those verses, they're not seats. They're angels. They're classifications of angels.
Okay, is throne an angel?
Yes, the throne
is an angel. Jesus.
No, not the throne itself.
I'm gonna mute up now.
Listen, not the throne you're thinking as a seat, but the classification of that specific angel group is called thrones.
Okay, the angels are thrones.
Not all angels are the same. Hello.
Okay, angels are thrones. Yeah, but hold on. You are the one that's saying all things exhaustively. Does all things include demons?
Here, let me show you. Let me show you another verse.
Does all things include demons, bro?
What do you mean? Yes, he did create the angels. Okay, he did create the angels. He didn't create demons. He created them as angels of light, and they sinned and corrupted their light. But
Okay,
yes,
so
even the demons before their fall were created by Jesus through Jesus Christ.
okay, but the problem that you have is that I asked you in the beginning. I said, "Is Jesus's kingdom, according to verse 14,
Okay, right here.
is it the kingdom of light?"
Let's go
Yes or
again. Let's
no?
go again. We'll go again. Sister, I'm gonna listen. I'll give you
Colossians 1 from
no,
verse
no, no.
12
I'll give you another
to
one.
18.
I'll give you another
No,
verse.
Go
I'll give
to
you another
Colossians
verse.
1.
No,
Go
right
to
now the
Colossians
identity.
1:12.
We gotta stick on the identity. If we
Yo,
cannot
this
get the
guy's,
identity
like,
right,
not tracking, bro.
hold up, right here. Another verse. First Peter. Another verse, gang.
Bro, this is like
Another verse, gang. Right here. Right here. Who has gone into heaven is at God's right hand with angels, authorities, and powers in submission to him. How can the seat, or how can a throne, which is a seat, hold up, how can a throne, which is a seat,
angels? That
listen,
verse just cooked you. How can the angels be the powers if it's made distinct to
because
the angels in the verse?
there's specific classifications.
So what
how
are the
can,
powers then?
so how
what are
can,
the powers then?
so how can, listen, how can the throne, right? It says with angels, these are different.
How is the powers the angels if the angels already made distinct to the powers in the verse?
Because that the angels are a classification. Those are princes.
Okay, and so
On the like Michael, like the archangel Michael.
Angels and angels.
Okay, do you want me to run down on you on the classification of angels?
Bro, if like Afro.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I love you, bro.
I love you too, but let me finish.
Listen. If Jesus's kingdom is the kingdom of light, okay, then the powers and the principalities and the authorities, is that going to be darkness or principalities of darkness?
No,
yes
this is I told you.
Yes or no?
I just told you.
Yes or no?
Let me answer. I'll let you talk. Listen, when it talks about angels, authorities, and powers, it is talking about both the kingdom. It's talking about the angels, the fallen angels, and the angels that are on God's side.
Okay, so
right here, how can authorities listen?
Jesus' kingdom of light.
Listen, it says he sit at the right hand.
Are going to be the principalities and the authorities in Jesus' kingdom of light. Yes or no?
Listen.
Yes or no?
Right here. Listen, with angels.
Bro, I can't lie, like this is so cooked.
If it is merely that powers is just like power, right? If it is merely that authority is just a throne, right? An inanimate object, how can it be submissive to him? It's not talking about. It's not going to talk about. Listen.
This is why I said
hold up.
Seat of authority that someone was going to.
It is already now. Remember, you already agreed. You already agreed that it was in the last verse that he has this exaltation in first century present, right? Because it says in the present time.
So it's not Genesis.
I know, but it is still in the present.
How is all things exhaustively?
Listen, first century.
All things is exhaustively, but he's given dominion.
Listen,
at the resurrection.
First century, the present.
How is all things under his dominion exhaustively?
Listen,
Genesis according to you, but he's given the dominion and his exaltation.
We're talking about the identity of
the dominionless God.
We're talking about the identity of power, authorities, and principalities.
Okay,
right?
So there's people that have dominion in Jesus.
It doesn't say that. The verse doesn't say that. It says authorities and powers, not people in power, not people of authorities.
Okay, whoever these people are.
It doesn't say it's not people.
Angels.
Then show me where authorities and powers. Hold up. Show me where authorities. Show me where authorities and powers and principalities are people. Show me.
No, I don't. That's what
Paul literally says that we don't even wrestle against flesh and blood. He made a distinction between powers and rulers. These are fallen angels.
Okay, bro. Okay. So do fallen angels have are they authorities? According to Colossians 1:15,
there's still powers and authorities. There's still rulers.
They have so hold on, let me get this straight. The fallen angels have dominion in Jesus' kingdom of light.
That's not what I said. I've never said that.
Well, I asked you, I said, what was Jesus' kingdom? I said, is it the kingdom of light? You said
yes. And even the demons, even the demons were submissive to him.
No, I didn't ask you if demons were submissive to him.
They are.
I didn't say
this
that.
This is talking about submission and exaltation.
My goodness. You're saying all things is referring since Genesis. How can it be since Genesis if the principalities, that also includes principalities of darkness, does not have a place in Jesus's kingdom?
What do you? Okay, so first of all, when it says
So
all
how can it be all
things,
things from
when it says
Genesis?
all things, this is why I'm saying it is referring to the old creative order. It says that
How
it
if
says that the
Jesus,
son.
how if you're
Are you
saying
gonna let me
Jesus'
answer?
kingdom is the kingdom of
Are you
light?
gonna let me answer?
If Jesus' kingdom
Are
is
you
the
gonna let
kingdom of
me
light.
answer?
All right, go on.
So when I brought up, see, look, we could have continued with the main conversation because I believe that the word, the agency through which the Father created the whole world, is the same word that became flesh, who is Jesus Christ, which you disagreed. So we went on the word through, right? And when we say about through, about the agency of the word and therefore of Jesus Christ, he says that all things that, and the verse was, whether powers, authorities, and dominion were made through him and for him. He said both invincible, which is the creative, which is the angelic host, which is invincible, and both visible, whether on earth or heaven, were created through the same agency, which is the word, and therefore Jesus Christ. So that means he created all the angels in their classifications.
Okay. So then if you're saying it's all things exhaustively, I asked you, I said in Colossians, which by the way, we're going to exegete this in context. Is Jesus's kingdom the kingdom of light? You said yes. So in the kingdom of light, are dark principalities going to have dominion?
No, I've never said that they have dominion.
So then
I am saying, listen, and no verse that I bring that says any angel will have dominion, even in the kingdom of light, or angels of light will never have dominion. I am saying that they listen, sister.
Oh my goodness,
sister. Nowhere, sister.
Kingdom, okay.
Sister, I heard your question.
Is there going to be people with seats of authority, dominion, and power? Yes.
Nowhere did I say, and no verse did I bring